Hello and welcome to the June issue of Service Matters for 2020. My name is Eileen W. and I'm a compulsive eater and a grateful member of Grace Eaters Anonymous. GSRs, please read the following three things at your meetings. 1, Grace Eaters Anonymous World Service wants to strengthen our community support networks. We need your help to identify the digital platforms our community uses, such as Instagram, Facebook, Marco Polo, WhatsApp, etc. If you are one of those Grace Eaters who uses one of those platforms, please email us at gracesheet@gracesheet.org with the name of the platform, the link, the name of the person responsible, email, and phone number. 2, Zoom US has upgraded its application to Zoom 5.0, which went into effect on the last day of May. If you've not yet upgraded to your mobile device or laptop, you'll be required to do so before attending a meeting after that time. 3rd, the next committee's connecting meeting will be Sunday, June 14th at 12 noon Eastern Time. The conference committee will be presenting, and while all delegates are encouraged to attend, all interested Grace Eaters are welcome as well. Q&A. GSA is in the process of writing a statement of responsibility inspired by AA's responsibility statement. We asked some Grace Eaters the question, how do you carry out your responsibility to carry the message to someone who is still suffering? And here are some of their answers. 1, by weighing and measuring from the Grace Sheet and being joyful with my life. 2, I have 3 sponsees. I speak at meetings when I'm asked to, and I try to carry the message of the Cambridge Grace Sheet, the food, the food, the food. 3, by sharing my experience, strength, and hope on our Facebook pages, at live meetings, and on the phone bridge. 4, I'm about to lead a meeting where I will share what it was like and what it's like now. 5, by sharing it all, the pain and the joy at meetings, showing that we can get through anything without eating. 6, by asking for help during my no matter whats. I demonstrate that we don't have to and can't do this alone. 7, by making my food beautiful and answering questions when suffering compulsive eaters ask me about it. 8, by inviting suffering compulsive eaters in my life to meetings. 9, I carry the message every time someone says, but you don't look like you ever had a weight problem. And I reply, that's because I got help. Want details? 10, I carry the message by keeping my food and my program first in my life, so I have a message to carry. And 11, I answer the phone when a Grace Eater calls. And now the monthly Board of Trustees column from Sandy M., our board secretary. Hello, fellow Grace Eaters. My name is Sandy, and I am secretary to your elected Board of Trustees. I am also a compulsive overeater. I have been abstinent as we define it since August 27th, 2009. In the past 10 years, I have found a peace and serenity that I never dreamed possible, thanks to you and the fellowship of Grace Eaters Anonymous. I have experienced a multitude of life's no matter whats in the past decade, but thanks to the program of Grace Eaters Anonymous, I have been able to walk through them with integrity, clarity, and have not eaten over any of them. The GSA's bylaws state, the secretary shall keep the minutes of the annual meeting and books provided for that purpose. He or she shall be responsible for the giving and serving of all notices of GSAs and shall perform all the duties customarily incident to the office of the secretary, subject to the control of the Board of Trustees, and shall perform such other duties as shall from time to time be assigned by the Board of Trustees, including retaining the records and legal documents of GSAs and the corporate seal, if any. I am still learning and clarifying what all the duties subject to the control of the Board of Trustees means in practical terms. The secretary is responsible for the record keeping of the fellowship. I attend all the GSA's meetings and record the minutes and notes which are placed in the archival record and on our website. The Board of Trustees has also decided that the Secretary is responsible for maintaining the membership records, which includes keeping a database of groups, intergroups, and committees, membership, service positions, contact information, etc. I am responsible, in conjunction with the BOT president, for setting the agenda of the World Service Conference and gathering annual reports. These responsibilities can sound dry and utilitarian, but they are not to me. For most of my abstinence, I did service by attending meetings regularly, holding service positions at meetings, beginning meetings back when we still used Skype, and sponsoring. As someone who lives in what we used to call an outpost, can there really be outposts anymore with a multitude of video meeting options available to us? I often felt that this was the limit to the service I could do. How could I even think of doing service at an intergroup or world service level? In addition to the geographical limitations, I had the big, busy life that I had been given by Graysheet. I felt that I didn't have time. About a year ago, I was approached by a fellow on the nominating committee who asked me to consider being on the Board of Trustees. With a bit of nervousness, I agreed. At the last World Service Conference in October 2019, you elected your new Board of Trustees, and I embarked on what has been an amazing journey. In the past 7 months, I have learned so much about our fellowship and how it works. I have met people that I never would have met before, and count them as friends. I have gained a new appreciation for all that the old-timers have done to get our fellowship to this point in our history, and I am honored to be a part of helping to shape its future. On a personal level, my program has been enriched beyond measure. By reaching beyond my comfort zone and taking the plunge into more service, I have renewed my vows to myself and my abstinence. I am grateful beyond measure. I encourage you to think of ways in which you can use your unique talents to enrich a fellowship that has given you a life free from the bondage of compulsive eating. Thank you for letting me be of service, and we don't eat no matter what. Sandy M. Next, getting Graysheet abstinent during this pandemic. We have noticed many newcomers who have found us during the COVID-19 pandemic. Here are 3 from London. The first with the initial L. Before I came to Graysheet, I was dying of compulsive overeating and bulimia. Miraculously, I found out about Graysheet on the day we were declared on lockdown here in the UK. I don't know if I would have survived this crisis without it. My first impression of Graysheeters Anonymous can be summed by the tragic and miraculous catch-22. It was because everything else had failed that I knew GSA was going to work. I knew it immediately when my loving sponsor told me the boundaries of Graysheet abstinence, and it was the structure I had been praying for. I knew it because in the Graysheet community, I found not only the blessed refrain of the phrase, "me too," but also unwavering support, guidance, love, and so much laughter. And that was only 52 days ago. It is all possible with Graysheet. And this from a newcomer with the initial E. When lockdown hit the UK in March, I was in the food and had been on and off for the best part of 2.5 years after leaving another food fellowship in 2017. I was terrified that I was going to slip further into relapse and not only put myself at risk, but also my family, as I knew that I would need to leave the house to get my binge foods, and in doing so would not be able to keep myself safe. I really did stand at the turning point. I knew I had 2 choices: either go further into the food and the slow death that awaited me, or find a program that could offer me a way out. My prayers of desperation were answered, and out of the blue, someone told me about Graysheeters Anonymous. In all my years of 12-step recovery, at different times trying out 6 other food fellowships, I had not come across Graysheet. That day, I joined an online meeting, got a sponsor, and got going with the food plan immediately. I have not looked back since. Who knew that what I'd been seeking all along was a community in which I could feel held, loved, and safe? I was scooped up, met with warmth, and given everything I needed to begin my recovery. It's just over a month since I came in, and already I have made so many friends and feel like I am living a life beyond my wildest dreams. My hope was given back to me, and the shame I'd been carrying around with me for so long, taken away. This fellowship has given me back my life, and for that, I am truly grateful. And then last but not least, another newcomer with the initial L. I am overwhelmed by the love and kindness shown to me in this fellowship. I am able to be honest without shame or fear and encouraged to be myself, whoever that might be. I believe if I stay close to this program and follow the suggestions, I never have to pick up food again. Free at last, a grateful newcomer. And next, help wanted, service opportunities. Reflections Zoom Writing Workshop. The next meeting is Saturday, June 27th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Only 90 days of back-to-back gray sheet abstinence is required, and the willingness to share your experience, strength, and hope in this daily reflections book for gray sheeters. It's a book in progress, and you are so welcome to join us. The next Board of Trustees Town Hall is Sunday, July 26th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Come one, come all. The Zoom link and meeting IDs for both of these meetings are on the graysheeters.org website. And if you missed one of these meetings or prefer listening to Reading Service Matters, you can listen to the audio or read the notes. And here there are links for all of these listings on graysheet.org. The May Service Matters audio version, Concept 7 meeting that was held on May 17th, Tradition 7 meeting that was held on May 24th, Board of Trustees Town Hall meeting that was held on April 26th, and the committee's connecting meeting that was held on May 10th. And there are also links to the notes from the Tradition 7 meeting and the Concept 7 meeting. And all of these links, again, can be found on graysheet.org. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for more about what's up in Graysheet.